Hey everybody, welcome back to Ferret. My name is Alexandra Kilworth, and fittingly, today's video is all about Pierre. Before I get started, if you're interested in ferret-related content, subscribe and like this video. Like I said, today's video is all about Pierre. I've done a sort of, meet the ferrets video where I have talked about Pierre and Squeak and done, sort of introductions to them, but I wanted to do a more in-depth video about both of them, and where I talk more in-depth about both of them individually, their personalities, their histories. And I thought, why not start with Pierre, since he was my first ferret, and also means I get to talk more in depth about how I got him, and why I decided to get ferrets in the first place. So I'm sitting on the banana. My hair looks so weird today, sorry. But yeah, Pierre was born on the 23rd of September, and he is from a smallish breeder, but not a sort of fully established breeder, but she's a lovely woman called Alison. And I got in touch through a ferret group on Facebook when I was looking into getting ferrets at the time. I had African pygmy hedgehogs, and I was interested in getting another, another pet. I lived with my parents at the time, and it was during the pandemic, and I was just sort of interested in getting something else that I could look after myself, and was doing my research, and I sort of landed on something along the lines of either a ferret or a chinchilla. My mum was definitely leaning more towards chinchilla because she had one in the past, and also we had a cat in the house, and she wasn't sure about how he would react to a ferret, and my mum was definitely not sure about the smell. But I had done my research and I was definitely leaning more towards ferret. You guys playing. But yeah, I was leaning more towards ferret, and so I had, I reached out on this Facebook group, and I was asking if anyone in the area that had ferrets available in the next couple months, because I think it was the middle of the year, and I wasn't going to get one until the new year, so I was sort of looking in advance. And the lady reached out to me privately, and she was like, "Oh, I have had a litter in September." So obviously they won't be available to get until, again, the new year. And I was asking tons of questions, because obviously I had done my research, I wanted to ask as many questions as possible. And she luckily was really super helpful and was answering all my questions. And what I've mentioned this a few times in previous videos, but what some people don't know is that when I did get Pierre, his name was originally Wallowitz, and he actually, when I first got him, his name was originally Stitch, because he had a sister whose name was Gamora, but when I got her, her name was Lilo. But yeah, I got them both at the beginning of January, and I was super stoked, but unfortunately I couldn't keep his sister for very long because she went into season super early and was very aggressive, unfortunately. Not for no fault of her own, it's just that obviously when female ferrets go into season early, sometimes their hormones make them very aggressive. And I was reacting very badly to her bites, and I was obviously a first-time ferret owner and also quite young, not young, but 19, I believe, and wasn't handling it very well, as in physically the bites were reacting quite badly, and I'm not allergic to ferrets, but I was just reacting quite badly. And so although Pierre was fine, Pierre was absolutely fine, Gamora was not doing too good, so I contacted her and Alison and so we took Gamora back to the breeder and what's it called? She is absolutely fine now. Came out of season, and she's absolutely fine now. I felt really bad because obviously I wanted a pair because, you know, ferrets are social creatures. But Alison actually had another male at home. I believe it's Pierre's dad, who, if I remember correctly, I think his name's Brute, who actually happily lives on his own. And she showed me that some ferrets do live on their own quite happily. And for a while, you know, Pierre did live on his own quite happily, and he was absolutely fine. Guys, treat time. But yeah, some ferrets do live on their own quite happily. On the whole, it's better to give them a pair, you know, a friend. But he was on his own for a little while, but yeah, so it was a little bit of a rocky start. He came here with his sister, and then his sister had to go home. But yeah, so originally his name was Wallowitz, then it was Stitch, and then after his sister went home, I thought, well, does it make sense for his name to be Stitch if Lilo's not here? So I changed it to Pierre. And some people ask me where the name Pierre came from, and it's kind of an inside joke with me and my friends. We have a sort of character who can turn into a ferret. It's an anime guy character. That's where it came from. But yeah, and also it just fits him. To me at least, it fits him. But yeah, so that's sort of his beginnings. And that means that next year he will actually be 4 years old, which means he'll be a middle-aged ferret, because obviously ferrets live in the UK on average about 7-8 years. So yeah, middle-aged, which is wild because he still seems like such a baby to me. In terms of his personality, he is absolutely such a mama's boy. He never bites me. Obviously he like played nips, but he has never bitten me, which is really funny because there's been 2 times when he has bitten people, like full on bitten. Both times have been like when I am not around. There's one time when I went on holiday and my little brother came with my mum to sort of help look after them, the ferrets, when I was not here. And apparently my brother was trying to like pick up one of the dangly toys to play, and Pierre came right up and bit his hand and like held on apparently for a good few seconds, and the blood apparently. And he was very upset obviously and refused to see Pierre for quite a while, and I felt really bad. But it really shocked me because Pierre doesn't bite. He's never bitten anyone. He's never bitten me, he's never bitten anyone. I put it down to the fact that Pierre was upset and stressed because I wasn't here. But also the fact that he is a huge mama's boy. He loves me, he's very clingy to me. And it's not the fact he doesn't like anyone else, it's just he's very clingy. He's also a huge troublemaker. I know all ferrets are, but like this one specifically will go out of his way. He will sort of go to do something troublesome, like let's say go to one of the spots where he'll dig up the carpet. I will look at him and say, Pierre, you know what you're doing, don't do that. He'll look at me as I say that, and then he'll do it. Like he is such a troublemaker, but he also just yeah, he is such a troublemaker, but yeah, he's a huge mama's boy. In terms of like favourite toys, there is hang on, let me go grab his favourite toys, 1 minute. Yeah. This is his ultimate favourite toy. I got it for Christmas a couple years ago. It is this Peapod toy. It has seen better days. Especially for I'm not entirely sure why this one specifically. In fact, he's on his way now to come get it. There's only one thing more, one of toy that he likes better than this, which was a cactus toy that squeaks. Hello. I'm sorry. Do you want this back? Do you want it back? Did you want it back? Okay, you take it back. Which was like this tiny little cactus toy that sort of squeaked when you moved it, but it literally was, which was one of the first toys that he had, but it was so old and worn out that the squeaker stopped working, and also the squeaker, you could actually almost take it out and just stop working altogether. So it seemed a bit dangerous to be playing with at this point. So I had to stop him from playing with it. Hello, did you stash the toy already? Did you stash the toy already? His favourite treats are ones that Pets at Home do every single year. And they're these, they're not these ones specifically, but they're similar to these. They're these like chicken, no, not chicken, they're these chicken or duck, focus, like duck meat stars, focus, okay, focus. Basically they're these like starry meat treats. And they're either duck or chicken, I can't remember which one, because it's not these ones, because these are thicker, but they're these like thinner ones from Pets at Home. And he loves them so much. And those are his favourite ones, but there's also those Natured Variety chicken ones that I put in my, what do we call it? Birthday boxes and treat boxes. Those are the ones I put in, and they love them. They both do, but Pierre especially, those are his favourites. Those are his favourite treats. Pierre also loves to fight ferrets that I keep around. There's this one, I also have a little one, which is in the tunnel at the moment. And no, I'm lying, I'm sorry. His all-time favourite treat is actually chicken feet, which is what I talked about in the weirdest thing that I own video. And I still can't believe, I feel like a witch or something when I talk about this. Hello, Pierre. Yeah. Do you want one? Hmm? Do you want a chicken feet? Do you want a chicken feet? And they really don't smell good either. They don't smell good, no. They don't smell good. Like, look at this. Look at this fiend with his chicken feet. They don't smell good. They smell awful. And he's just here with his chicken feet. No, you're not getting another one. And the thing is, he doesn't even eat them, he stashes them. He'll go to them and then chew on them over a period of a couple of weeks, which is somehow more disgusting. Other toys that he likes are crinkly toys. They're not his all-time favourites, but but he likes them. Don't ya? Yeah. But yeah, I can't believe he's going to be 4 next year, honestly. Where does the time go? And knock on wood, never had a health issue. Probably not going to be that way as he gets older. Pierre, do not. See, this is what I mean. He digs up the carpet. Pierre, that is my big pet peeve with him. He digs up carpet, which I know is just a ferret thing, honestly. But Squeak doesn't do it. Do you, Squeak? You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Yes, you are. Alright, well that's today's video. And all about Pierre. I'll be doing one about Squeak. Now that he's all settled in. Now that you're all settled in. And I hope you guys liked it. Let me know what your ferrets are like in the comments below. And again, if you enjoy this sort of ferret content, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!